My name is Jake the Lawn Kid, and I'm giving you the tips on how to get the greenest lawn in the neighborhood. We're talking everything about the lawn and how to get it looking double dark. How's that for an intro? Pretty sick, I know. And it happened by accident. More on it at the end of the video. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to yet another video. Today, we're going to be talking about how you can go about watering your lawn in the summer, in the midst of the summer heat, to keep it looking green and vigorous all summer long. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, now before we get into the bread and butter, I will say this: watering the lawn in the summer is not for everybody, and I understand that. That is totally understandable. Not everybody's willing to put in the time and the money to keep their lawn irrigated, and that's fine. If you want to let your lawn go into what is called summer dormancy, that is fine too. It's a defense mechanism that the lawn goes through during these hot and dry times so that it can survive and thrive in the heat. If you are going to let your lawn go into summer dormancy, just know two things. Number one, keep foot traffic to a minimum, and number two, just be prepared that you might have a fungal problem such as dollar spot due to the lawn's lack of nutrition during its summer dormancy phase. Alright, now for those of you guys who are committed to watering, let me go ahead and talk to you guys right now. So, one of the biggest misconceptions that I get oftentimes from a lot of customers, viewers, you name it, people who have talked to me in the lawn care industry, is that they believe the best way to water their lawn is to water it every day for 10 minutes, morning, afternoon, evening. And my friends, that can't be any further from the truth, because what you're going to do is you're going to create what I have coined the koi pond effect. And basically what that means is if you're watering your lawn every day for 10 minutes, one of the risks that you're going to hold is the water not getting deep down into the root zone where it needs to be. It's actually going to remain literally a couple of inches below the surface, and doing that can have a negative effect on your roots. For your roots that have spent all of that time and effort digging down deep in the spring and fall, what can happen with those if the water's not getting down deep where they need to be for those roots to stay deep? Those roots are actually going to grow right back up to where the water is, and they're going to remain at the surface. And even worse, if your roots are not that deep, they're never going to get deeper because you're not watering it correctly. The roots are going where the nutrients are, kind of like with fish in a koi pond. They're all going where the food is, right up top. Same thing with the water. We do not want to be doing that. It's a good idea to make sure that you're watering for long periods of time and that you're spreading them out throughout the week. As I always like to say on this channel, when it comes to watering your lawn, make sure that you water deep and not daily. Now, some people might be like, okay, Jake, I get the concept, but what do you mean by that? Basically, what I mean by that is instead of watering more days and less minutes, water more minutes and less days. One rule of thumb that we all like to talk about here in the lawn care industry is when you're going to go about watering your lawn, it's a good idea to water your lawn 3 to 4 days out of the week, again spread out evenly, and making sure that with every watering you're doing, you're watering long enough each time to get down 1/2 inch of water. It's important that you do that. Some of you may ask, Jake, how do I calculate that? Well, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is take a tuna can or any container that is about 1/2 inch to a full inch deep, stick it out in the lawn, and see how long it takes to fill it up to that 1/2 inch mark. Once you figured out how long it takes to fill it up to that 1/2 inch mark, there you go, boom, good to go. That's how long you're going to run all of your sprinklers for each watering throughout the week. So with that being said, a lot of people might ask me, Jake, okay, I get the concept. I'm watering however long I need to make sure I'm getting 1/2 inch of water down on the lawn with each watering I'm doing 3 to 4 times a week. But what is the best schedule for me to follow? My friends, you could do whatever you want. You just need to make sure a couple of things. Number one, you stick with those waterings, right? Once you start, you do not want to stop. You never want to let your lawn go back into dormancy once you're committed to taking it back out. If you do so, kind of similar to going in and out of an induced coma, right? We do not want to be doing that to the lawn, as it is not healthy. Once we start watering, we want to keep it there. And in addition to that, we also want to allow 1 day in between each watering for the lawn to dry out. As I've said before, the last thing we want to do is water the lawn every day. Doing that can contribute to severe fungus, especially when it's hot and it's dry. We have a little bit of humidity and you're adding water to the equation. That's going to increase your chances of fungus by tenfold. So that is not something that you want to do. Allow yourself 1 day in between between each watering for the lawn to dry out. So for me, my schedule is going to be Sunday, Monday, 2 days back to back throughout the week. That's just how it works, 7 days a week. And then for the most part, Wednesday and Friday. So we have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday and Thursday I'm not watering, and then I have Sunday, which is back to back with Monday. No big deal, totally fine there. If you're watering to get your lawn out of stress, you can do that, and then once you get your lawn looking green and vigorous, you could probably cut back to 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. One thing I have preached hard and heavy on in the past is that it's very important to water your lawn in the morning. Now, this is something I still kind of like to preach nowadays, but not so much. Here's why. The reason that is because every time I tell you guys to water in the morning, it's not the easiest for some of you. I totally understand. I've been there. I've been busy to the point where I don't have an irrigation system, things I got to do. I can't always get to water in the lawn in the morning, so I have to commit to doing it in the evening. That's just the only time I could get out and manually move the sprinkler. Now, as I've also talked about in the past, we do have a couple of solutions for that, such as the JTLK irrigation system, which is all store-bought materials from the big box store. If you want to see that video, we'll leave it here in the eye in the top right corner, as well as linked in the description below. Great solution for you guys who have lawns 5,000 square feet or less, and you're looking for something that can automatically water the lawn for you without having to spend that extra time and effort to get an irrigation system. So, my friends, if you can, try and water in the morning, but if you can't, it's not that big of a deal. That's what we got fungicides for, but that's another video for another time. Just make sure that you're watering and all will be good. So there you go, guys. That's all I have for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. And if you have any additional questions or comments or maybe anything I need to clarify, please leave those down below and I will try to answer those as soon as I can. With that, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. If I don't see you guys next time, your lawn is going to be dominated. See you later. Okay, so real quick, I gotta tell you guys the story on how this little intro song loop came to be. So as you saw, it started with the clips of the fireworks. So little backstory on that. 4th of July, I was out taking pictures and videos of the fireworks like I typically do for my personal Instagram account, which if you want to check that out, I will leave that tagged right here. What happened was I was taking burst photos with my phone, and in the process, I accidentally took a video clip that was not even a second long of this firework being launched, and I watched it in my Google Photos app, which automatically loops videos, and I noticed that when I played it back, it had a cool little loop. It had a cool little loop style to it. As a matter of fact, it kind of sounded like this. And then once I heard that, once I watched that clip the next day, I was like, oh, I have to listen. This loop is so good. It kind of sounds like a 80s pop vibe, if you will, or something. It's just got a nice, cool, poppy vibe to it. Why don't I get creative, take some sounds of summer, like sprinklers, mowers, trimmers, blow, you name it, everything, and try and compile it into a cool little beat. And man, it turned out really awesome, as you can tell. Some of you guys may disagree, but I thought it was awesome. And you know what? At the end of the day, that's all that matters, right? It's not only are you dropping the knowledge and educating your viewers, but having fun in the process. And that's a little lesson I would give to all of my fellow lawn care YouTubers out there. Don't just teach, make sure you're having fun. Yeah, that's it. All right. See you guys next week. Wait, I'll see you in the next video.